Rachel Erickson from Citrus and Mint Designs, and I'm going to show you how to make the projects on this dinosaur panel from the REAR collection, which is right here, all these beautiful prints, through Riley Blake Designs. So there are several projects on this panel. You have a drawstring backpack, and then you have several dinosaurs blown up that you can turn into pillows, or some people have cut them out and applique them on the front or back of a quilt. However you would like to use them, you can use them. So we're going to start today with the pillow, and that is, we're going to do the Stegosaurus. I think that would be cute. So the first thing you want to do is cut out your pieces along the dotted line. The space right here that has for an opening, it's still cut just directly through it, and you'll be able to see these marks to leave for later. So go ahead and take your scissors and start cutting it out. Now that you have your two dinosaur pieces cut out, you are going to put them right sides facing each other, so like that. And then you're going to pin around the edges. Or I have this little doohickey, I always forget what it's called, from Pen and Paper Designs, or Pen and Paper Patterns, I'm sorry, that where you glue based, and it's amazing. So you just do a little thing of glue all along the outsides, and then you seal it with heat, and it doesn't move around as much as when you use pins. Important is to leave where those little two marks are for the opening, leave that spot open. So if you need to mark it with like two pins right there so that you know, hey, stop, so you don't sew through that opening. Do whatever you need to remind yourself of keeping that opening open. Okay, I decided I was too far back there, so we're gonna go a little closer for this. So when you have sewn it all together, 1/4 inch seam all the way around, you are going to, before we turn it right side out, we are gonna do some clipping, and that is to help because there's so many curves in this. When you turn it inside out, if you didn't clip it, it would look all bunched. So this will help with that. So you can use pinking shears and then just cut all the way around, or you can just use your regular fabric scissors, and you're gonna make two different types of cuts. So on the inside curves that go kind of like this, see how that one goes on the inside? When you turn it right side out, it's gonna have too much fabric, and so it's gonna like bunch like that. So we want to actually take some of that seam fabric out by cutting little triangles. You cut them close to almost touching your stitching, but not going through it. So I'm cutting little triangles. I'll pull them out so you can see. Oh, this one didn't quite go through. Okay, right there. See how they are little triangles, so that when it goes in the curve, they'll go closer together and it won't have excess fabric that will cause some bulk. Now on places that go on curves like this, you actually want it to be able to stretch around the curve because it's going to get bigger. So you're going to cut not triangles, but just straight lines. I do it about like 1 centimeter apart, and I just go all the way around, so that when we turn it right side out, it can stretch and it won't pull or bunch. So little notches on the curves that go like this, and I don't know, little snips on the curves that go like that. It's important that you don't cut any like little cuts or notches in the part that has the opening. That is because you're gonna want that extra fabric so that you can, when you turn it inside out and we need to close that we have some extra fabric there as a seam to close. So now the fun part, you're gonna turn it right side out. And it should look great because you made all your notches, and looking pretty cute. And now we get to stuff it. Stuffing is fairly easy. I just have a bunch of, I bought a big box of polyfill and I just keep it. You can use like the closed end of your scissors or like a stick or something to make sure you push and get it up into those corners that are kind of hard to get into. So take time now to, you can stuff it however much you like. I don't like mine to be super stiff, so mine look a little lumpy because of that, because I don't want to put a ton so that it's like a brick if my son decides to throw it at someone. So I like them a little squishy for a pillow, but you can stuff them tight if you'd like. But yeah, just make sure, see right there, it's not getting up into that corner up there. So that's when I'm going to use the stick and really push the stuff up to the top there. And the more you massage and move it around, because it comes in kind of like clumps, the more even it will look. It's always amazing how much polyfill a little thing can take. So I think that's good. He's still kind of squishy. He's looking pretty cute. Sometimes you'll still have folds, or like this, it's kind of pointy up. If you really wanted to, you can pull all the stuffing out and sew it a little better so that it's perfect. But my motto is done is better than perfect, and perfect is when you go to Target and buy a pillow. If you want something handmade, it's gonna look handmade, and that's the charm, and that's what I love about it. So when my son gets this, when he gets home from school today, he's going to be so excited that it's something that I made rather than something I went and bought at Target, even if it looks not perfect. So we're good with that. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to fold in about a 1/4 inch seam right here. It's kind of naturally wanting to fold in right there. And we're going to meet those 2 seams up to close it. And then we're going to use a needle and thread and just whip stitch it closed all the way. And then we're going to be done with our pillow. So I have my needle and thread, and I tied a knot at the end. So I'm going to start on the inside so the knot is hidden. And then just come out, tuck in the tail so you can't see it. It'll be on the inside. And then you kind of just pinch those 2 together and go around. Okay, here we go. Stegosaurus pillow is all done. He's all cute. He's all stitched up, ready to play with or put on a bed. When I did the Riptide panel that was similar to this, but it was shark pillows, my son actually sewed it, and I was just there supervising. And so it's something that you can do with your kids, with your grandkids. It's a simple project that is a great way to introduce them to sewing. So I hope you had fun.